Should be back on again. Sit on low or whatever.
Yeah, we are back.
Yeah, we are back. Yes, there we are. So then, hello people again. We are back and we're getting ready for race 2. Now it's now role reverse. The drivers that competed in the GR3s will now race in the LMP1 cars. And we're seeing Charles here, one of the bravest guys out on track on the Nissan. Can't wait to see what Kobu's like in that in the Nissan 2. But most importantly, we need to know who will win that battle between Charles and Lateral.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be certainly interesting to see how these two now handle this car compared to how Lateral did it and what tyres they use instead. Because, as I say, first race I thought that the hards were the wrong choice, but you know, it's if they also choose the hards, I'll shut up and give plaudits to that more than anything. So. Yeah, it's we're actually going to see a closer race, I think, between them two, purely because they are using the same car. So it's going to definitely provide a bit more entertainment.
Now, have you got a list on what tyres that the drivers have got left for race 2 now?
I do. So I'm going to run it down from qualifying from the first race because I didn't note down who finished where.
All right.
So LaRascal has no softs remaining. He's used all of them up in his LMP1 stint. Robo has 2 softs remaining. He only used 1 in his first. Lenz Joe has 1 soft remaining. Jerry has 2 softs remaining. Lateral has all 3 softs remaining in this GR3 stint for him. And Julie's also has 2 remaining for his GR3 stint. So that's the LMP1 guys from the first half of the race. The second, so the GR3 is the LMP1 guys. Nuggy has used 2 sets of softs, so he's only got 1 more for this set of LMP1. Beckham has 2. Inman has 2. Hideki has 2. Kobu has 1. Taven has all 3 for the LMP1 one, so he's going for. I think he's going to go for the similar strategy as LaRascal did, and just go softs all the way.
Yeah.
And then Charles also has 2 sets of soft lefts. So everyone still has a set of softs for this next stint. No one's going to be running apart from LaRascal. Sorry. So LaRascal's going to be on the harder compounds all the way through this GR3 stint.
And also, not to mention, we do have a new guy in here, a techno guy driving the Dodge Viper. So he's going to be racing in the GR3. That's the Doge, isn't it?
Yes, the good old Doge car. I believe he's running a Doge livery as well. So
yes, nice and golden.
He's a bit of a meme guy coming in here, but I do believe that also means that he has all 3 softs available to him because he didn't do the first race.
Yeah.
So it's going to be definitely interesting to see what goes on, you know, with regards to him. He's a complete wild card in this because don't know what he's been doing.
Yeah, Robocop is just saying, don't forget 3 mount softs for the whole event. I think, to my knowledge, it's only just LaRascal that has used all 3 of his softs from the first race. So let's just go through some of the cars and the drivers. So the Gaddy's driving the Audi. He's the only Audi that was chosen for this. Charles and Kobu are both on the Nissan GTRs. Good luck to them. LaRascal, the winner from race 1, he's driving the Volkswagen. Then you've got Beckham, who is... what's he driving? That's a Toyota that he's in. Hideki Sama is also driving a Toyota. Then Kobu, there you see there, Kobu driving the second of the Nissans there. Sorry there, thingy there. Craig Law says, come on Techno. Hopefully Techno will do well and put on a show. Now Lenz Jules, he's going for the Ferrari.
Yes, that's certainly an interesting choice. When I saw that, I was a bit like, are you sure with that one? That's a similar level to the GTR, in my opinion, of the LMP1 classes, because that thing
is a nightmare.
It's terrible to drive.
Yeah, it really is. Very tail happy, I would say. Probably more tail happy than the Lambo, possibly.
Oh, much more. The Ferrari is the slidiest car in GR3, so that thing is going to really struggle on its tyres and to keep them lasting. So it's certainly going to be interesting.
I tell you what, though, fair play to Lemmy and Piquet, how they drove that Ferrari around Catalonia in the team versus team.
Well, yeah, I mean they did a fantastic job in that. I mean, you know, Team Arc practiced for a long time for that event, so we put in a lot of effort into that, but they still did, you know, a fantastic job with that, and you know, credit to them. Unfortunately, it wasn't a 1. Was it 1-2? I can't remember.
I think, Lemmy won the race, and I think Piquet finished 4th. I think it was
because Piquet got in an incident with one of the Igitish guys. So,
yeah, I think it was that Hungarian touring car driver. I think it was.
Yes. So I think that was the reason why there was not a 1-2. Otherwise, the pace was there for it. So, you know, they did a fantastic. I hated that car. I tried my best with it in practice, but I was all over the place.
I think
so.
Yeah, I tried to keep up with it because I think it was Ronald that was practicing with Lemmy and Piquet, and I think I just joined that lobby when we just finished the GR3 race, and they were practicing for it, and this was like 3 weeks before the actual race. It's just incredible how much practice and dedication these drivers in this group put in for one race.
So that's the thing with Team Arc, at least I mean, I can say this because obviously I'm part of it. Being chosen for Team Arc, it's not just the speed that you need; it's the commitment that you show to it. So it's not a case of we just pick whoever's fast in the community. We pick who's considered to be a valuable asset to the team as well. So you don't actually have to be the fastest guy in the world, but if we see you trying your best and, you know, wanting to improve, we will invite you to the team. And again, it's all a learning experience for people, so we will happily train people up who we see have the ability to get faster. So being part of Team Arc is very much a commitment thing more than a speed thing.
Yeah.
And I think that's why we win so much, because we take it so seriously.
Right then, so here we go then. This is just a stock check. This is not the start for race 2, but I just hope and pray that we get everyone underway.
I believe it should be okay, unless Techno gets stuck, which by the looks of things, he is.
And so too, I think that's that's someone else that's stuck at all.
So Techno is completely stuck at the back.
Techno was stuck, and I think someone else was stuck too.
Well, could that be Jules for you? That's the question.
Yes, it is. Yep, Jules has stuck again on my screen, so I don't know what on earth is going on with Jules or mines. So I just don't get what's going on, like, to be honest with you.
It's unfortunate, but that's just the way it is. I'll update on Jules' progress again throughout this race if we can't get it fixed, but that's Gran Turismo.
Yep, that is definitely Gran Turismo for you, as we'll get back underway. Was Techno stuck on your screen too?
Techno was stuck on my screen, so he's just gone out and reset. So fingers crossed he can actually race in this one, otherwise this is going to be a completely pointless experiment.
As we've got a few people there saying power of the Doge and Doge power from Yub Nub and Craig Law respectively. So we're all pressure on Techno with this car.
Yeah, you better do well. Gonna rib him all the way through this as well.
If you've got dog jokes, go, then feel free. Anyways, we've got 11 people watching. Give this race a thumbs up. Hopefully we can get it soon underway very soon.
Yeah, unfortunately we had to do the reset, so splitting the stream is not what we wanted to do, but it's the best way we could manage it. So please try and share this as much as you can again. Hopefully we can get more viewers in and get the viewers back that we left behind. So
where's your friends? You said when we were off air a little bit that your friends were watching. So where are they?
Well, I've sent them the link. They haven't said anything in chat yet, so I'm hoping they'll pop up. It's definitely shared through all of my channels, so they know that we're streaming again.
We've got 5 likes already, so here we go, starting again, a final. Inman goes careering off at Fanya.
So yeah, so this is the last stuck, I believe. So if Techno is stuck here, we are not. I guess he just has to leave, and we'll continue on as we were. So. Oh,
this will be a disastrous then for all you Doge fans out there.
So fingers crossed, this gets underway rather nicely, and we can start the next race.
Well, I mean, I don't see Jules on my screen, so again, you're going to have to keep me updated to see where Jules is on track on your screen, but I'm hoping we might get the replays somewhat fixed, I hope, as I'm just looking at Techno Guy at the back, and it looks like he's still stuck.
So, unfortunately, that means Doge Power no longer exists.
No,
we've had it for 5 minutes. But, yeah, unfortunately, considering Techno is a reserve added in, we're going to have to just leave it at that.
We're going to have to leave it, yeah, unfortunately. So, I think we won't be seeing Techno Guy, possibly.
Well, I believe that what we'll do, in line with our protocol of running lobbies, is he will join and he'll start at the back, and if he is stuck, he'll just have to leave, and that'll just be the way it is. There's not really much we can do on that, unfortunately. So
I think it was just like the same as Hideki Interlagos 2 weeks ago, where he qualified high up in the field and got stuck and he had to leave. Such a shame there for Hideki.
It's a shame for him, and shame for Charles as well, because he was doing, he's been doing as well. We don't like excluding people. It's a very hard decision that the admin and council have to make with regards to doing this. But unfortunately, we can't delay the event anymore or any longer due to it. So it's just the way it has to be.
Because it's beautiful outside, and I want to get myself a tan. So
yeah, I want to go outside. So hurry up.
Yeah, we've had some beautiful weather over here these last couple of days. So what's it like down at your end?
I mean, it's probably just as nice, to be honest. I mean, being right outside London, you get all the heat off that place as well. So it's lovely blue skies. It's very, very hot at the moment. I think it's about 28 where I am. So it's. I do want to go out and enjoy the sunshine, guys. So if we could hurry up, please. I jest, of course. It's all part of running lobbies, and it's just the way it is. We try our best, as I say. It's all we can do. It's the limitations of the game. So. Once Techno's in and we get going, I'll do a quick rundown of all the tyres, or obviously Savloy, you could do that as well, and I'll.
Yeah, sorry, I was just eating something. Sorry.
Quality. And then we can see what strategies are coming out of this next race. So yeah, fingers crossed. Techno works.
Anyway, he's going to have a look here at Lateral, so he has got 3 soft tyres at his advantage. I wonder if he could play a part in the GR3 race along with the likes of racing against... Who was he racing against? He was racing against Larasco, who doesn't have all soft tyres now. Robocopy, Jerry Bear, Jules, but I don't think I'll see Jules on my screen again. And who else was it? Robo. Was it Robo? Yeah.
Robo, yes. So I think Lateral could mix it up here with Jerry and Robo, at least. That's who he can mix it up with. Although considering Lenz's performance in the LMP1, he might actually be on performance with him as well. So it could be quite an interesting race between the 3 of them, or between the 4 of them, should I say? So I think the limiting factor here for Larasco is the fact that he is on the harder tyres. So it's whether that affects his pace enough so that the others can keep up with him, considering they still have the softs available. So if not, and if Larasco is just that much quicker than them, then he's won this event, hasn't he? But we'll see what happens with regards to their pace and everything else.
I think we're just about getting ready for this. This will be the actual race, isn't it?
Yes, this is the actual race. Techno's on his last chance. If he's stuck here, then unfortunately he has to leave, and we will continue the race anyways.
Which unfortunately they're out of there, which I'll have to back out because it will lock on with the camera that is stuck, and then unfortunately I won't get to see replays again. So yay! Here we go then. So I don't think I can see Jules on my screen here, so we'll see how it goes. So then, this is officially the second race, the final race of the ARC multi-class doubleheader event at Spa-Francorchamps, the second 90-minute race. It will be the winner from the GR3 will start on the pole, Nagati, then Hideki, Taven, Beckham, Inman, Kobu, Charles, and then the winner of LMP1, Larasco, Robocopy, Lenz Joe, Lateral, Jerry Bear, then Jules, and then Techno Guy starting at the back because he has just joined.
So, fingers crossed.
We've got everyone going. I'm looking at Nagati's chase cam,
and it seems Techno is stuck again. So that unfortunately he's out. So
yeah, and so too is my camera. So I have to back out and all. So and I think I won't be getting to see any replays, unfortunately. Yet again, which is annoying because it would be nice to have some
yes, that is kind of unfortunate.
Yeah, it is a bit, but I mean, I don't know what else I could do, really. I don't know what else I can do.
So run it down. Nuggy's on the mediums, Hideki's on the softs, Taven is also on the softs. Beckham is on the softs. Inman is on the softs. Kobu is on the softs. Charles is on the mediums. So only Nagati and Charles are starting on the mediums here.
Okay.
And then running through the GR3 boys, we've got Larasco on the mediums. Robocopy on the mediums, which is interesting considering he still has two softs. Lenjo on the mediums. Jerry on the softs. Sorry, no, not Jerry on the softs. Lateral on the softs. My apologies. Jerry on the mediums. And Jules on the softs. So everyone's still within their tyre allocation. No one has cheated as such. And so it's going to definitely be an interesting race with regards to seeing how everyone else plays the strategy out. The faster drivers are now in the LMP1 cars, so we could be seeing some extra laps on this race.
Yeah, because we've seen I've seen them from previous races how quick Nagati is in that Audi. So we'll see what happens here during this 90-minute race. Of course, the clock is still running down, so there'll be a little bit less a lap, possibly. I think, what was the target at the head in the first race? 44 laps, wasn't it? So
44 laps was the first race, so we probably will see 45, maybe 46 at a push, but 45 is probably the aim for these guys.
As they start weaving their tyres left and right there to get some warmth into the tyres. And we will get the first lap of race 2 underway.
So Nagati needs to be careful of Hideki here because Hideki's going to be on the soft tyres, and he could get a run out of Eau Rouge and Radeon. So we might be able to see a move from Hideki into Les Combes.
Drivers still there weaving their tyres there, just trying to get that bit more tyre temperature into those, as then they will start to form up into double file formation. Don't forget, Sean, this is not the start finish line, it's the other one after the first turn.
I've also just noticed as well, Charles has rear end damage and LaRascal has front end damage, so I think they've come together on the formation lap again.
Well, we saw that with Jelly Bear, wasn't it?
So I believe there's going to be a penalty there for one of them. I don't know who's caused it, but it's definitely not the way we want to start this race. And they're lining up.
Yeah, they are going to go. So Nagati's going to get the field going, and we are going to get race 2 underway, which is now. Nagati gets the power on, and the field streamed through Eau Rouge for the first time at full speed. Look at that, side by side there. Hideki and Taven
made a move. Wow.
They went side by side through Eau Rouge to Radion, and now you can see the old cars, they're battling left, right, and centre. Look at Kobu trying to stick his nose in it now. Here comes Kobu to the inside of the Fania chicane, not Fania chicane, that is Lecom. Cars going off all over the place. Someone went wide.
The GR3s are all over the place as well. They're 3 wide going through Lecom.
Oh my goodness me, and Lensto's got his Ferrari up into second place, getting the car wiggling. And now here comes Lado to the inside.
Lado's made a dive.
He's gone wide. He's going to lose 2 places there, because that's the BMW of Jelly Bear, that is. Maybe not, going through turn 11. And he will hold on to... He will hold on to that third place in class there, but it is still Nagati, 1.7 second lead he has over Taven in the soft tyres, and Hideki 2 temps back, and then Inman in third. He's got a 6 temp penalty, his Inman, so he's got to serve it Paul Frere. Then it's Kobu sticking there in 5th place, then Beckham down to 6th in that Toyota, and then Charles a distant 7th already.
So Taven made a move on Hideki on the inside of Puon and has made it stick. So he's done very well for himself, but this is working out perfectly for Nagati breaking away on his medium tyres.
Look at the background there, Kobe trying to make a pass on Inman for 4th place, going into the chicane for the first time. Not going to do it just yet. So, and then maybe side by side, possibly. No, they're not. Okay, so Taven into 2nd, then Hideki in 3rd, then Kobu's going around the outside of Inman. Going into Lassau's hairpin. Is he going to make a stick? No, Inman keeps it tight. Now here comes Beckham. He makes a pass on Kobu. So now Beckham up to 5th in that Toyota, and Kobu looks like he lost a lot of momentum there.
Yeah, so Beckham's had a bit of an opportunistic move there on Kobu, because he had to run wide, allowing Inman to have that space. And he just cut out along the inside and got the better traction out of the corner, because obviously Kobu is in that front-wheel drive Nissan. So yeah, it's as Beckham makes a move on Inman as well.
Minute,
so he's up
to 4th place. So 2 positions gained in a few corners there for Beckham. 3.6 seconds away from Hideki. So Beckham, a man on a mission already, it seems. Meanwhile, further back, looking at the GR3 class, LaRascal, 2.2 second lead, even with that front end damage he has. Then it's Lenstow still holding on to 2nd place, but he's under some severe pressure from Lateral G in 3rd place.
Lateral's going to just try and find the move, because obviously Lenstow is on the medium tyres, Lateral's on the fast tyres. It'll be interesting to see whether he makes a move into Rivage, but that'll be a very dangerous place to make the overtake, considering he went wide there earlier.
Lenstow's one right there too, but keeps on to the 2nd place. But Lateral looks like he's got the better turn. Yeah, Lenstow looks like he's losing touch of the lead of LaRascal already. So I mean, again, it's the choice of car. It's not the best car to choose, this Ferrari.
So both leaders of both groups are being helped out here by the battles behind them. Although, having said that, Taven is catching up as he runs wide into the bus stop chicane, but he was catching Nagati. He's now dropped another second off. It's going to be interesting to see how quickly he can catch Nagati back up, because he's still battling Hideki at the same time.
Charles Zinn, early pit stop. I wonder if that's to replace the damage.
It'll be for the damage, definitely. He's realised that it's going to it's going to really affect his race. So it's going to be interesting to see whether he changes tyres or not, and just continues and just gets that damage replaced. But the thing that I said about the Audi is coming true. Nugatti has no regen throughout the entirety of that La Source straight up to Les Combes. He had no battery.
Charles just saying there in the chat that he had a lag bump with Rascal and he can't catch a break. I tell you what, Charles has possibly been the most unluckiest man in these two races. He just can't catch a break at all. But yeah, you can see there the battery's gone now from the Gatti, as you see from where the fuel bit is, and that will allow Taven to slowly catch up to the back of that Audi.
So not only is Taven on the better tyres, he has a better battery. He will catch Nugatti in a low speed corner somewhere.
Looking further behind there, Beckham slowly catching up to Hideki Sama. Now less than 3 seconds it is then. Inman holding on to that 5th place. Then Kobu, the first of the descents, in 6th. His best lap is a 2-minute 3.412, which I believe was maybe like a couple of seconds quicker than Lateral's time that it was. Meanwhile, Larasco is still holding on. Oh, what's up to Lateral? He's down to 11th.
So Jerry's overtaken him on the Camel Straight, but Lateral's got front damage. I don't know where he's got that from.
I know he was.
See whether we can find that out.
I don't know if there was a bit of contact with Lenz Joe, because I've seen him. His tail end was very happy at the rear, so I don't know if he got into him or if he's made a mistake and binned it into the wall.
But he would have lost more time had he binned it into the wall, so I'm guessing it must have been a tap on Lenz Joe or something.
As you see there, recovering Charles now catching up to the back of Lateral.
Watch Taven, he's coming up on the Kemble Straight. He's right behind Nugatti now.
Yeah, within slipstream distance now as we are on board with Taven going into Les Combes for the 5th time. Audi leading, followed by the Toyota of Taven. Just listen to the tyres, they're squealing already. Now into Rivage, down to 2nd gear. Maybe first then, 60 odd miles an hour.
They've also got to navigate the slow car of Jules, which obviously you can't see, but he's just going through Pouhon now, so Dougie's got to go around him. As Jules falls off, he's spun, he's hit Taven off.
And Taven's got damage now. Taven does have damage, front end and front right suspension.
Jules right there has made the mistake of going off the track trying to get out of the way, and has actually cost Taven that. Taven's going to be absolutely furious about that. I can't blame him if he is, because that was terrible driving from what I've just seen there.
Well, a ghost of Jules there. Well, that's absolute disaster for Taven. He's going to have a hard time trying to keep up with Nugatti. But yeah, disaster event for Taven. Early on in the race, they're getting caught up with the lap traffic. I know you couldn't see it on the screen there, but I have to go by my other co-commentator's words, and well, obviously I do believe in what he says. But yeah, disaster for Taven. That's going to allow Hideki Sama to go up into 2nd place, but he's on the soft tyres, so he may catch up to Nugatti too. Has Taven gone into the pits? No, he's going to stay out.
So Taven's going to try and go into damage limitation mode and probably try and affect Hideki as much as he can, because as much as he probably wanted to battle Nugatti, he knows that the race is not with him, it's with Hideki. So if he can hold Hideki up with his damage as well, it could play into his hands, but that also brings Beckham back into the play.
Just noticing there, looking at Lateral, he's just passed Jenny Bear at turn 11, so Lateral trying to recover from his little moment what he had there a lap ago, and he's under now a lot of pressure from Jenny Bear. He wants that, I think that's that 4th place in class back. So I think Lateral, like you say with Taven, he must be on damage limitation modes, but don't forget Lateral is on soft tyres. He can go soft the whole of this race.
It's certainly going to be interesting to see how long Lateral can either keep up with Robo or hold Jerry behind, because they are, even though he has his damage, as you say, he's on the softer tyres, so he's about a 2.5 lap quicker just on those alone, so it should equal it out on damage-wise. So it's going to be interesting to see whether he can actually keep with Robo, or maybe even catch up with him.
Just looking here, may have ourselves a 3-car battle for the race lead in the GR3 class now, as Lenz Jones has really caught up to the back of Larasco.
He's definitely hounding Larasco. I think that damage is now starting to affect him. Now
possibly,
that they've all managed to settle down and there's no fighting anymore. So it'd be interesting to see whether Lenstone makes a move into Les Combes, or maybe even on the Camel Straight if he can get a good drive out of this corner.
Yeah, just looking at their best lap there. Larasco's best lap is a 2-minute 20.766. A 2-minute 20.094 for Lenzjo in the Ferrari. I'm just seeing what Robocop does in his Audi. 2-minute 21.30. So he's just slightly over Lenzjo, but Lenzjo is the quicker of the three of them.
So yeah, I think unfortunately that Volkswagen is as fast as the Ferrari is on the straight.
Latiro's got a half-a-second penalty, which he burned at the Camel Straight. He must have got all four wheels off of Eau Rouge.
That'll be that damage again, but we're seeing still at the front that Taven hasn't dropped off that far from the gate, you know.
But Hideki's closing.
Well.
Hideki is closing though. Toyota versus Toyota. What's going to happen? Hideki pulls out to the inside, and Taven looks like he's just going to let him by. Or is he going to make a beak of it? No, he's going to stick in. Oh,
he's
nearly.
Run over the things.
He's run over the curbs. Little sideways. But it looks like he's got a safe second place now, and he's going to start slowly pulling away from an injured Taven, and maybe start setting his sights on the Galley. But look at Beckham in the background.
That's the thing. Them battling has brought Beckham back into this.
And now, because of that battle, it's allowed a second gap now from Nagati to this battle for second place. It's now 2.6.
So is Beckham going to try and make a move on Taven himself? Because that would be the best opportunity to do it now, when Taven has the damage. But I don't know whether Beckham is as fast as Taven. That's the problem.
Looking at their lap times then, Beckham's last lap was a 158.069, Taven's last lap was a 159.037. So about roughly a second is Taven losing a lap around here.
That's all to do with that damage. There's no way that Taven is that slow normally. It's got to be that damage that's causing that issue with it.
Well, let's see how the car... I mean, the car looks still fast on the straight. We're going into Blanchimont.
I'm heading back to the GR3 stuff, and Larasco has got a half-second penalty, so Robocop is in the lead.
Yeah, Robocop is now in the lead. I've just noticed that. In fact, Robocop must have passed Lenzjo's too.
And Lenzjo's made a move up on the source. There's contacts.
And there's front-end damage. Oh, I think there was already front-end damage before. But yeah, Lenzjo's, that was a different line he took at Eau Rouge Epid. But Robocop was in third, and he's now leading.
That's a great lap from Robocop. It's a shame we missed that while I was focusing on the LMP1 class. That's the thing with the multi-class endurance racing. It's very difficult to focus on what's going on.
There's battles everywhere you look, and Robocop has got that Audi now into the lead of the race. I think he's the first driver to get underneath the 2-minute 20s in this race so far. They're already blue flags. I'm wondering if that's... Oh no, that might be Nagati. That's Nagati already catching up.
Nagati's already caught the GR3 car, so he's flying out there.
Oh my god, there's like a huge train of cars here led by Robocop. This could slowly... Oh, and again, Robocop holding up Nagati, but again, that's not Robocop's fault. Robocop's fault, that. As Nagati finally gets by. Now we just need to see where Hideki can get by the other GR3 cars. Look at this. It's a madness of cars. And Inman, looks like Inman was going to make a move on Taven, nearly.
Beckham's lost out through all of that. He must have got stuck behind one of the cars whilst navigating, and Inman's made an opportunistic move. So they're struggling to get past.
They're struggling to get
past the lap traffic.
Yeah, they're struggling to get by the GR3 cars, and Inman's took advantage of it, and he may take third place trying to get by a struggling Taven.
I'm glad that no one's actually managed to... There was no incidents there, so as much as it was a mess, it was still clean as such.
Inman to the inside of Blanchimont, and he takes that third place away. It's sideways too. And here comes Beckham. Beckham's going to make a move on the outside of chicane. Could Taven hold him off? He's trying to lead him. But no, Beckham's sideways on the exit of the chicane. Now side by side across the start-finish line. Goodness me, this everywhere. You look, there's battles everywhere here, Chile.
It's incredible driving from the lot of them. I mean, Taven's having to manage
Beckham's
his damage and still trying to navigate GR3 cars and the other LMP1 cars, but somehow they've managed to get through cleanly.
That's it. Well, that must have been the hair-raising moment for all of the LMP1 drivers. They're getting through that battle for what has been out the lead. Let's see if it's actually hurted some people. I don't know. I don't think that really has. Only that Lensjo's is caught up again to the back of Robocopy. So a battle for the lead coming up soon. But Rolasco just slightly there in the distance, and then Lateral fourth in class, nearly 5 seconds away from the leaders.
It's definitely going to be interesting to see, because if the LMP1 cars stay this close throughout the race, when they come up against the GR3 cars again, it's just going to go mental. They're going to struggle to get past, and are going to see all the moves that they could potentially do.
Yeah, that was a madness. A few seconds there with these bunch of LMP1 cars trying to get by the lead battle for the GR3. But it's still Robocopy that still holds up on top. I thought Nugatti was going to lose a lot of momentum there when he was stuck behind Robocopy around on there. Charles again into the pits.
So Charles, okay,
he went on the softs.
I think this is the stop. I think this is a legitimate stop from him, unless he's retiring, because there'd be no reason for him to pit now.
I'm just waiting for him to maybe message in the chat here why is he pitted so early. Because like I said before earlier in the previous video, when I seen Lato practicing this, he only done 7 laps on those soft tyres.
You may want to watch Inman here. He's right on the back end of Hideki. He's going to make a move into the bus stop.
Oh, he's going to go to the outside of him. Oh, gets it out sideways, and he's going to miss his braking point. Surely, side by side. How did he make that stick? He may go and take second place, and he has done. Oh, Charles has left the room, so unfortunately there for him. So I wonder if Lato has won the bet there. But what a pass that was there from Inman around the outside, getting sideways on the braking point and made it stick and gets it sideways at the last source hairpin too.
The fact that he managed to hold that car sideways and still make the move stick is an incredible piece of car control. Laurel's losing time to Jerry as well. Jerry's right on his tail again, but it's going to be interesting to see whether he can actually make it or not.
Yeah, he's still suffering with those front suspension damage on his car. I think that's another LMP1 car trying to catch up to the battle. I'm thinking I think that might be Kobu. Yes, indeed it is. So I'm just looking here at Kobu, see what he can do, trying to get by the top 3 in GR3.
See, again,
this is the worst time. This is the worst time.
Well, yeah, he's blocked as well, but he's 30 seconds off Taven, who's got damage. So this is the Nissan again, just
and
not
look at the
working
tyres
for these drivers. Yeah, they're destroyed. Yeah.
But I think you said there at the start there that Kobu's already used 2 sets of soft tyres, so this is his last set.
Yeah, and he's destroyed them already. So he's got to come in, surely.
He'll have to pit sometime soon, like maybe one next lap or the next lap. Has to be.
Because he's just going to lose so much more time with that. But Nugatti's managed to drag out a 3-second lead from Inman, so it's working out perfectly for him. Even on the medium tyres, he's still quicker than the other LMP1 cars.
And Inman, don't forget, is on the soft tyres.
That's what I mean. So even with the tyre advantage, he can't keep up with Nugatti's pace.
Looking at the last lap speeds there, looking at that, then Nugatti did his best lap is a 158.283. That was just that lap before. Inman, a 158.3.
So they're bang on times.
They're bang on,
yeah. They're bang on. And that's on the softer tyres. So Nugatti is doing an amazing job.
Also fastest lap though to Inman, 157.808, which is only what, 3/10 slower. Look at the background, Hideki Sama versus Beckham.
Beckham's going on the outside. Will he make it round?
Yes, he has. Has he bent it? He has done it. Kobu was in sideways. Oh,
well held.
But he's going to have the crisscross going into Rivage for third place. He might have it, you know.
Surely that's Beckham's place.
That is Beckham's place. He was trying to go for it. Yeah, I think Hideki was trying to go for another crisscross like what Beckham did. But yeah, you go. And I mean, Taven is still there. He's there to pick up the pieces if anything happened to Beckham or Hideki.
So Kobu's pitted as well, so I'm waiting to see what he comes out on. But Hideki's run wide through Puon, so Taven might get a run on him here. So Taven's still in this.
Yeah, Taven is still in somehow with that damage. Oh, Hideki's rear end. He's not happy. He's not enjoying this race car, isn't he?
He's not, and that's what I said previously, is the fact that Hideki can be a bit wild when he's defending.
Kobu's just got out on the medium tyres. I think that was his third and last stint on the soft tyres, so he's got no softs at his arsenal. But we're keeping this battle going on now for 4th place, as Beckham has just shot away. He's literally just checked out, and this battle now for 4th place, as Taven looks like he's going for a late lunge going into the chicane.
That would have been a great move, but he's going to have problems at the braking because of his damage on his front right. He'll be pulling to the right all the way through that corner, so it would be a very, very ballsy move to do that.
Oh, gets on the Astro though. That's going to lose him some time. Look at that! Look up there in the background. There. Look up further ahead there. Inman. There's flashes of sparks going through Eau Rouge.
Inman is still losing time to Nigatti, so Nigatti is in a great spot at the moment, race-wise.
Taven is still flashing the lights there. I mean, you said something about with the flashing of the lights earlier in the race. Here he goes. Does he make a move to the inside of Hideki? No, he doesn't. Hideki shuts the door.
I get the feeling that Taven is starting to get a bit annoyed about Hideki's defensive manoeuvres here. I'm not entirely sure if they're totally legal, but we'll see.
I don't know. I mean, Hideki, I don't know if he pulled out, so I think he just basically held his race in line. I think it was just that Taven just ran out of room to try and get by. So I think Taven must be a little bit frustrated on the back of Hideki.
He needs to be careful though, because again, the flashing the lights is against the rules and regulations, so he could get a penalty for it if he continues to do it.
Vaticus, how long is the race? 90 minutes. We've nearly done... Well,
Lateral spun out of the bus stop.
Oh, lateral. And Vaticus also says, lateral, you can do it, buddy. Oh, no, disaster there for lateral. And now he's got both front ends destroyed, damage.
He just spun it under traction. He just got on the throttle too quickly, and it just went round.
I think he said to me last week there was an update which actually helped the Peugeot, but it looks like it's not helping here tonight, as that's Kobu behind him.
So Kobu should try and get through it cleanly, but all I'm going to say is that's another spin lateral. Lenzo spun as well. Lenzo spun through Lecombe.
Oh, he has indeed as well, and that's second place gone. He might lose third place where it's Jetty Bed. There he is, so he'll hold on to that third place. So that was a two-car battle for the leaders. Taven has gone into the pit lane. Possibly finally enough is enough and having that damage done.
That was a really weird spin from Lenzo. He got into the right-hand corner of the first part of Lecombe, and the car just drifted, and he tried to hold it, but it went round.
Here comes Jetty Bear, though.
No chance.
Jetty Bear around the outside of Pouon, and he's got it. So Jetty Bear now up into third place, and I think Lenzo is he's sort of lost that momentum now.
That is the curse of the Ferrari, though. It's just the way it goes. It's the way it snaps on you. You can't do anything about it. Taven is into the pits. I don't know whether he's repairing his damage.
Yeah, I was just mentioning that there before I went back to Lenzo's there. Lenzo's just letting Kobu by.
So Taven's gone on to the softs. So that's his second set of softs used.
And he's got 57 seconds behind Hideki, plus that 30 seconds as well that Hideki will have to pit. Meanwhile, what's the gap then? 3.1 seconds is the leader to Inman in second place. Goodness me, there's been a lot more battles in this race than there was in the whole 90 minutes in the first race.
Yeah, it's been crazy. This second race has just come alive all of a sudden.
It's pretty much like an end of season bash, this.
It's great. It's fantastic racing from the lot of them. I think there's
Lateral's
been
coming
a
in.
few dirty moves, but otherwise the lateral's in for his stop. Obviously he'll repair his damage as well.
Oh, I think Inman's getting on it now. Last lap from Nagati, 1 minute 58.331. Last lap from Inman at 1:57.921. He gained 4 attempts on that lap.
So yeah, so this is where the mediums start to get worse, and again, Inman's better battery and better just pace overall with the softs starts to really hurt Nagati.
Kobu's still trying to get by the lead. Second place in GR3. That was Larasco. And now he sets his sight to lap on the leader Robocopy.
Kobu's doing all right, trying to get through the traffic here. I mean, it's going to be a lonely race for him in that Nissan. So he's doing his best again, but that car, man.
Yeah, I mean, his best lap is a 2-minute 2:4.75, which is, about nearly, just over 4.5 seconds off Inman's fastest time. But when you look at the two Lateral's fastest lap, it was about 9 seconds off. So Kobu's a lot more better in that Nissan than what Lateral was in the first race.
Yeah, to be fair to him, he's doing a lot better than Lateral managed. But again, I think that's I don't want to be too harsh on Lateral, but I think that's where the skill of Kobu comes in more than him. I think Kobu's just more experienced and can get a better performance out of that car than Lateral.
And we were coming up then with 60 minutes to go, and Nagati's lead is slowly coming down now. Less than 2 seconds it is now between himself to Inman. Beckham 3 seconds away from Inman, and Hideki's got a free temp penalty, which he didn't burn it at the Paul Frere a bit.
To be fair to Hideki, there was a GR3 car there, so that could be considered dangerous in his mind, but he should burn it. Because it's also burned through the chicane there, so he should burn something on the straight.
Well, he's got no penalty burned now, but he came out right in front. Well, he came unghosted in front of Jerry Bear. As I also just noticed that Robocopy just pitted in from the lead of GR3.
So Hideki's going to be in trouble here again with his penalty burning. He's not been doing it the way he should be.
Yeah, they've been told in that chat there are 3 penalty burns at the Kemmel Straight, the Pro Frere, and the start-finish line. You can't burn it anywhere else, otherwise that will be a penalty added to your time.
So Hideki's going to be in trouble here, I think, with the stewards. I say the stewards in the third person, I'm one of them, but still, it's going to be interesting to see what everyone thinks about it. As Robo's filling up, I think he's going to go for a full tank again, so we'll wait and see what he comes out the pit lane with.
I was just noticed there from Hideki Sama that he went over to the right hand side of the Kemmel Straight. Now I don't know if that was a Ghosted Jules that he let by, or
it definitely wasn't Jules, because Jules is nowhere near him on the track, so I'm not entirely sure what he was doing there. But Robo's come out on the softs, so he's used up his second set here.
So he's got another set of softs left, and he's got 40 seconds away from Lenjo in that Ferrari. Jerry Bear's now got up into second place in his BMW.
Yeah, to be fair to Jerry, he's doing very, very good in that BMW.
And it's something. It's something what he needed after the first race.
Yeah, considering how unlucky he got in that first race, that is really helping him for this one. But Inman's right on Nugati's tail now, and as they both pit, they're both at the same time.
In the pit lane, so and you can see there, Inman has saved 1% more than Nugati. Now, what's the tyre rating then? How many soft tyres has Nugati got left to Inman?
They've both got one set of softs left, so this is going to be interesting to see how they both play out this next bit, because they're going to have to pit again, and one of them, they're both going to have to use a harder compound of tyre. So we don't know. We'll have to wait and see what they choose here, but it's definitely going to affect the end of the race for both of them.
Meanwhile, Beckham has now taken over the race lead, over 5 seconds he has over Hideki. Just want to see where Taven is compared to where Hideki is. He's just exiting Stavolo 2. But all eyes is for this battle for what will be a net race lead between Nugati and Inman. I think that's them adding fuel in as Nugati's car. What is Inman's fuel? Yeah, he's added in fuel too. So I wonder if that 1% will make a difference, if Inman will come out ahead of Nugati.
So they both exited at the same time. They're going to be right on each other's tails, and they're both on mediums.
Oh, right then. So they're going to go for softs the next pit stop. They'll have to.
So that 1% has gained Inman half a second.
Lenjo's
so it's going to be
already.
interesting to see whether he makes a move here. Sorry.
Yeah, so it's all right there. Lenzstow's also coming to the pit lane to change possibly tyres. But all eyes is on for what will be the lead of this race in the LMP1 class between Nagati and Inman. Inman definitely not going for a one-stop strategy like he did in the GR3 race. But he's looking absolutely hungry to get that lead away from Nagati, and he's slowly pulling away his Nagati.
Yeah, so Lenzstow has gone on to the mediums and Jerry has gone on to the softs. So Jerry's in a quite good position here, I have to say. Yeah,
very good spot position that is that Jerry Bear is in. What the gap is now between himself to Robo, it's up at 14 seconds, and both of them are on the soft tyres. Now Larasco is flashing, so he'll have to pit this time. But he's got a 50-second lead over Robocopy. He might come out possibly in the lead.
But what you got to remember as well with... Oh, it's Nugatti spun! Nugatti
spun! Nugatti has gone around! Yeah, that's it. Stavolo won!
I'm watching the replay here.
Did he dip tyres on the grass going into Stavolo 1?
He's on the exit of the Fania chicane. He got wide and just got on that Astro, and it spun him round.
And he's got damage.
Front-end damage.
Front-end damage to that Audi. So absolute scenes here, Nagati. And we were talking about it before in the first race that he is vulnerable to make some little mistakes, and that is proved pivotal for what could be the outcome of this race.
Can you see if you can get a replay of that at all? Because that's a very important part of the...
I can't get a replay. No, it's not working at all.
Because that's an incredible part as Larasco pits, and he's going to have to fix his front damage as well, so that's going to delay him even more in this pit stop.
So that what's the gap now between Inman to Nagati? It is 15 seconds. Oh, that's a huge blow for Nagati.
Nagati's really thrown this away a little bit. As Larasco comes out, he's on the softs, but he hasn't fueled up much. I think he's had the glitch as well.
Oh no!
I think he's had the pit glitch as well. That's.
And he's also changed to softs.
He has. He's used four sets of softs.
He's used all 3 sets of soft tyres. That's a no-no.
So if he pits the next lap, he'll get away with it because he'll be able to rectify his mistake. But at the moment, he has. He's broken the tyre rule.
He has broken it. Yeah, he has. You're only allowed 3 sets of softs in your arsenal, and that is his 4th set. Beckham's in the pits, so Hideki's now taking over the lead.
So Beckham's obviously fueling up, and I don't know what he's going to change to. What's he got left? He's got 1 set of softs left, so he could go to softs again.
Just checking up on Beckham there. Nothing seems to be happening. There's a photographer just takes a nice picture of him. Just seen through Inman. He is going towards the chicane.
So Beckham might actually get the lead here.
Quite possibly. I mean, the fuel's coming in. Have they changed tyres? I think they must have.
He has changed tyres, yes.
Well, here comes Inman. He's coming in towards Lassos's hairpin. And where's Beckham going to be?
Just been released.
So Inman's going to come out, and he's on the mediums. So Inman's on the mediums, Beckham's on the mediums, Nagati's on the mediums, Taven's on the softs. But look
at Taven.
Yeah, he comes up just ahead of behind Beckham. To the outside they go. Toyota versus Toyota. Who's going to win this battle? Yeah, Beckham just lets him by, and that's because Taven's on the soft tyres and Beckham's on the mediums. So Taven, he could throw a spanner in the works here with this lead battle.
He definitely could, as Larasco does come into the pit lane to rectify his mistake. So I get the feeling that was just an accident in pressing the softs instead of the mediums.
Also, could it be the fuel glitch here? We'll see.
Well, he might have realised the fact that he's done the mediums or the softs accidentally, so didn't fill up as much as he should have.
Right, so he's changed tyres. So let's hope he'll go back to the mediums. So Hideki's in the pits now.
But it's interesting how he didn't do the 30-second mandatory stop time. So again, this is where the stewards might come in and say, that's against the rules. But so Larascal's now on the mediums.
Yeah, he is on the mediums, but he may lose that third place though, because Lensjo's coming. And I tell you what, Lateral's actually caught up with him too.
Yeah, Lateral's done quite well actually. To be fair to him, he's back in this after his mistake at the start.
Yeah, only 2.5 seconds, but don't forget he did pit. He did pit to replace the damage on the car. So I'm wondering if this is his second set of soft tyres that he's using. I think it must be.
We'll see when he comes out, but this will be his final set of softs if he goes onto it. Sorry.
Yeah, it would have to be, because I mean, 16 laps on a one set of softs is and I mean they're looking still quite fresh. So I'm guessing that he is on Lateral.
Oh, on Lateral. Sorry, I was talking about Hideki.
Okay. Oh right, we were looking at two different ones. I was looking at Lateral here.
Yeah, so Lateral, yeah, he's got way more. Yeah, so you're right. He will come in on the softs again. He has the spare sets of softs. Sorry, I was genuinely focused on Hideki there. But yeah, so Lateral has got 2 sets of softs remaining, and obviously he's going to be soft running this all the way through this race. As he makes a move on Larascal through Fania.
Oh, aye, he does, yeah. I tell you what, Lateral was flying now.
He's hounding Larascal.
Go on, Lateral. Oh my God, takes a lot of care, but Stavolo too. He gets on the Astro.
Oh, he's on right. Hold it. There you go.
Vaticus is cheering on for Lateral here to go. Tell you what, why is this race only got 6 thumbs up? There's 17 people watching. Give this race a thumbs up, because this has been a lot better than the first race, and we've only done 40 minutes of it.
Inman's got a penalty again, and he hasn't burnt it through Curva Paul Frere. So unless he burns it on the straight again, he could be in trouble himself. So Taven is kind of winning this race right now.
And well, let's see what's going to happen here. He'll have to burn it at the start-finish straight here, but it's going to allow Taven to catch up, and he does.
So
what's the gap now? Here comes Taven now. Here he goes. To the outside goes Taven. Inman holds the inside. Taven going for the crisscross. Will it work? They're going to be side by side, maybe. No, Taven's got it. Oh my goodness me! And just weaves right in front of him. Holy moly!
That was a bit aggressive from Taven there, but to be fair to Inman, he did burn the penalty plus more, so he did burn the penalty correctly during the start-finish straight, so I think he'll get away with that one.
Maybe he didn't know the penalty was in Curva Paul Frere too. As he looks to the inside. Nah, there's no room there. Oh, Taven sideways through Lecom, now into Malmedy, and Taven holds on to it.
I tell you what, they're all over the place, aren't they?
They are weaving left and right, like, I mean...
Oh, Laurel's made a move on Larascal. He's got the inside of the no-name corner.
Yeah, he's going on the inside of Pouon, and he's got that. So up into, I believe that's 4th place now, is Lateral.
That is 4th place in class, yes.
Yeah, 4th in class there, as Larascal makes a little moment on the exit of Pouon. 62 tyres on the Astro, but hasn't lost a lot of time. Now he's got to gain at least half a second away from Lensjo in that Ferrari, as blue flags are being waved. So I'm guessing it's an LMP1 car coming.
An LMP1 car is definitely coming. I think it's hang on, let me check. It's Beckham. Beckham's coming up on them, and Inman as well. Oh, they all are. Sorry, this is Taven as well.
Oh, and Taven as well. Oh, so here we go then. We've seen this earlier in the race. This could play an outcome here. Flashing the lights again was Taven.
The Larascal's clear. He can't get past Laurel through Blanchimont.
Oh, who's that going wide? Oh, that was Larascal.
Inman's
watch out for Inman! Well. Inman! Oh my God!
He's got lucky there. He hit Lensjo, but I don't think there's damage on either of them, so he's got away with that one. But that could have been disastrous for him.
Yeah, that could have been. And watch out for Beckham, because Beckham's almost there too. 2.7 seconds back now.
Oh, he's nearly hit Lateral.
I know. This is all entertaining stuff. There, so we're nearly halfway through the race.
I mean, come on,
Goodness
guys. You should know. You should know as LMP1 cars. You've got to work it out yourself. You can't just barge your way through.
Can't just flash the lights. You know, they've got their own race of contenders as well.
Lateral's making a move on Lens Show along the straight. He's around the outside.
Oh, can he make a stick going into Le Com? Then they're going to be side by side. They're both, you know, Italy versus France is going to be late on the brakes. Look at Latino around the outside, and he's got it.
What a
Oh,
move!
he's been
Lens
going.
Show's
Lens Show's pinned. Did he get help from Rascal?
I'm having a look now. I don't think he did, but
Did he lose the rear end or did he get tapped?
I think he's just lost the rear end himself. Yeah, he's lost the rear end under traction. That was all Lens Show's fault there. He got no help whatsoever.
It's a disappointment there for Lens Show, down into 11th overall. Still want to know where
And
Jules...
he's got damage as well.
Oh, he does have damage too, but you know, all eyes are focusing now on Latido. He's now in a 3rd place, although he's got a long gap to close up now to Jerry Bell, over 10 seconds, as he's actually got a lap there, and then LMP car right behind him, which I believe that... oh no, that's Larasco. I think that's Nagati maybe. Yes, it is. Kobu's pitted in from 6th.
So yeah, Kobu's on his 2nd stop of the race, I think.
Yeah, that's his 2nd stop.
That Nissan is not helping him whatsoever.
Tell you what, Nagati with the front end damage, he's not even done a lap time under 2 minutes. It stayed just over 2 minutes, but I mean he's still keeping within a little touch here of Hideki. I mean, it's over 6 seconds, but I mean in endurance racing, with 45 minutes to go, 6 seconds is nothing.
Yeah, that again, that can all change. One mistake, one misclick or whatever, and that 6 seconds is gone. So he's doing all right considering his mistake, but he does need to, you know, catch up to the tail end of Hideki if he has any chance of, you know, winning this race, as Kobu comes back out on the mediums again. So Kobu's sticking to the tyre rule very well. And
well, he's used up all of his soft tyres now, isn't he? So mediums and hards are all unlimited for him now. So, and he didn't feel all the way to the top. He only put it in about 66% in.
I think this is where he's basically going on sprinting strats with the mediums. So he'll just go for qualifying laps all the way through the stint and then pit with the fuel up to that level again. So that's his strategy right now, unfortunately. As I see, Nugatti's also got a penalty as well. He's run wide somewhere. I'll see if I can find out where. I think he got it on the exit of Malmedy.
Oh, must have used went with all 4 wheels off the top course.
He did all the way off on Malmedy on the exit. So he's got a penalty there, so that's going to damage him as well. So hopefully he serves that correctly.
And he was actually catching up on Hideki too, because Hideki is starting to... Oh, Hideki runs wide on the exit of Stavolo too, but Nagatti's got a service penalty here. And which he does do. Yeah, he does do. Good. Yep.
So
but he's going to lose a lot of time now to... Yeah, he's going to lose a lot of time to Hideki.
I'm surprised about this. So Nugatti, who I thought would run away with this, has ended up making a lot of mistakes, and it's costing him massively at this point.
And the gap between himself to Taven is 24 seconds, and even over that damage, it's still not helping him.
So Nugatti, unless he comes out with some amazing strategy call here, Nugatti's out of this race at the moment.
Yeah, it's pretty much like a 3-horse race at the moment between Taven, Inman and Beckham, and what's the gap between himself to Beckham is only just less than 8 seconds. So Beckham is not, you know, he's within touching distance of the leader Taven, and Hideki's 10 seconds back.
He is, but I think, so Beckham still has 1 stint of softs left, but so does Taven. And so does Inman actually, so they're all going to go onto the softs for the final stint, I think. So they're all going to be in equal cars, so the final stint of this race is going to be pure pace.
Did you also say that Nagatti's also got 1 set of softs left?
Nugatti also has 1 set of softs left as well, yeah, so Nuggy has 1, Beckham has 1, Inman has 1, Hideki has 1. Kobu has none, and Taven has one. So, literally for the last bit of this race, they're all going to be together.
Battle going on again for third in GL3 class, then Latour under some severe pressure from a recovering Larasco. As they're all close together now towards Rivage. As it is the Volkswagen. Oh, goodness me, that was a bit. I thought he may have nudged on the back of Latour's Peugeot, but looks like he didn't. Keeps it going.
Latour was doing a very good job here keeping Larasco behind him, and again, he needs to do that to just cost Larasco time.
See what, Latour was actually closing up to Jerry Bear. I mean, it was only just by a second, but now he's lost that advantage because now Larasco's hounding him now for third in class. As Larasco's gone extremely wide, he must have had a huge tank slapper on the exit of Pooh, must have hit the Astro.
Well, I'll see if I can catch that for you, but it looks like he's okay through Pouon, and then yeah, he just runs a little bit wide on the exit and gets on the grass on the other side as well, so he almost fully lost that.
Hasn't lost too much time on the back of Latour. In fact, he's gaining again, but of course he is in within slipstream distance of Latour's Peugeot as they're going in towards Blanchimont for the 20th time, that is, in the GL3 cars, and that's a different line that Larasco's taken.
He's getting angry again behind Latour. He needs to calm down.
Oh, he's trying. He's gone very wide, as chicane. He's really trying now. He just needs to settle down a little bit here. There's still plenty of time left.
He's getting a bit hot under the collar. I feel he's trying to rush the move when he really doesn't need to. Lateral needs to pit soon. So if Larasco can make a move, that's great, but he's just costing himself time by making these mistakes behind him.
I think that was only the only closest battle. Any news on Jules? Whereabout is he on the track?
Jules is last at the moment. He's 3 laps down on Lensjo. I think he's had a horrific race at the moment. He's got damage on the front left of his car as well. Taven has just lapped him, from what I can see.
So he must be at the chicane then, yeah.
Yeah, so he's just pitted now. He's just coming to the pits to probably repair his damage. He's been nowhere this race. It's been. I think he might retire at this point, to be honest.
Yeah, he's probably not battling, but only just for himself on the track. If he's what 3 laps down from Lensjo, did you say?
Yeah, he's 3 laps down from Lensjo, so it's not the greatest race from him at all.
Yeah, so probably game over then for Jules as we're looking again at the race leader gap now extended 4.5 seconds he has over Inman, who was 4.2 seconds ahead of Beckham, and then Hideki Sama 12 seconds back, nearly 13 seconds away from Beckham, and Nagati, after making all those mistakes, has still got front end damage 7.1 back of Hideki. And Kobu's still having a lonely race in 6th position.
Again, Kobe's doing what he can with that thing, but he just doesn't have the pace. I mean, he is a lap down now compared to the other LMP1 cars. So he should have seen that coming, but they chose it.
Solid effort this then for Robocop. He's just set the fastest lap of his time there, 2:18.732. 16 seconds ahead of Jerry Bear. I think someone else is coming to the pit lane. That is Lateral. Lateral into the pit lane. Now, by my reckoning, I think that was his second set of soft tyres. He will go on to maybe his last set of these tyres. Oh, don't forget, he's got to do that 30-second thing.
So yeah, so we'll wait and see what he comes out on.
I'd imagine it'll be softs.
It's probably going to be softs.
Yeah, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's got to be. There's no way he doesn't come out on anything else, because he's got all the softs to use up, so...
And that's because the fact that he didn't use the soft tyres in his first race when he was driving the Nissan.
Yeah, at all.
There we go, so change the tyres. Probably put fuel all the way to the top.
Definitely. And he'll come out in what?
I'll tell you what,
fourth?
Possibly. Well, I think he's down in Well, Lens Joe's has probably gone ahead, I think. Yeah, Lens Joe's is on the Kemmel Street.
Fifth in class then.
That'll be 5th in class, so I wonder if this will be the last. Yeah, he's on the soft. That'll be his last set. I wonder if he'll go the rest of the way then. Because we did see from Inman.
He's going to make it.
We did see from Inman that he made it.
True, he did make it, but I think Lateral's going to pit again.
Blue flag being waved there. That will be, who is that? That's Nagati. So Nagati's just past Lateral. Now
so
Lateral.
Inman's just made his way past Lensjoe. Sorry to cut you off, but so Lateral's down in 5th.
He's catching.
He is catching, to be fair to him, but all the LMP1 cars are currently making their way through again. So we might see some instance. Taven is coming up on La Rascal next.
And Beckham is catching up to Lensjoe, and he's going to be stuck behind him through Stavilo 1. He's going to go to the inside of Stavilo 2. So hopefully he's not lost too much time over that. It's over 5 seconds now. Let's see with Taven, what does he do? It's up to 4.5 seconds again, so the gap has gone up.
So yeah, so that was the worst place for Beckham to catch up to a back marker there. But he did well. He didn't rush the move again. So he's done what he should have done. And he's played it safe. So good on him. But that's definitely cost him some time towards Inman.
I can hear Hideki Sama having a bit of a quiet race at the moment, but he's in 4th place in that Toyota. 13 seconds adrift of Beckham, but 7.3 ahead of Nagati.
Yeah, Hideki's. If you look at him,
his cars are right off. Looking at the front.
I know, but look at his fuel as well. He's done a magnificent job of saving fuel on that thing. So maybe he's going for that. When the last stops play out, he's going to have that much of an advantage on them. So that's where he's going to come into play. So he's not out of this yet.
That's what we saw in the first race too. He nearly won it.
Yeah, he did with the same kind of idea. So it's definitely possible for Hideki to get first place here.
Looking further back through the field. Any sign of Jules? Is he back out on track, or was he just called it quits?
He's back out on track, but he's really struggling right now. He's still 3 laps down, and he's all over the place. I don't think he's listened to the GR3 cars continue on as they are and let LMP1s drive around you, because he's pulling over when LMP1 cars are coming through. So in actual fact, he's causing more of a nuisance than anything. But he's still out there. He's still trying. I don't think we'll see much more of him, other than he'll obviously continue to pit. His rear tyres are destroyed right now, so I think he's just going to continue till the end and then try and make it, pretty much.
Just noticing here, there's some damage on Lensjoe's Ferrari there. He's got front end and front right suspension damage, and Lado was gained at least 7 seconds on him. Oh yes, that could be. Yes,
when he spun.
Yes, that could be.
Yeah, so Lateral's obviously on the softs, so he's catching that advanced rating knots with them, as well as the damage. So a combination of everything is meaning that he's doing a good job on Lensjoe. But as I say, I think Lensjoe got that damage from that half spin that he had at Les Combes.
Gap now has increased now. Inman must have made a hard job trying to get by Jerry Bear, it would seem, as the gap has really gone up now to 6.5 seconds.
I'll see if I can grab it. He's so Jerry Bear is on the inside of Malmedy. I think it wasn't the greatest time to catch Jerry Bear, but it was fairly all right.
Yeah, but Beckham's lost a lot of ground because he was catching up Jerry Bear at Pouhon, and he's going to lose a lot of time now.
Yeah, that's really tough for Beckham again. He's not caught the traffic at the right points. It's really hurting his race right now. But this is where the next pit stops are coming in. This is the final pit stops for LMP1. So Taven and Inman should be in this lap.
Oh yes, indeed he shall. Yeah, indeed he will. And Beckham, even though he is still 5.5 seconds away from Inman, has got about just over 25% worth of fuel in his Toyota. Looking at Hideki, he's just less than 50%. So like you says there, Hideki, even though he's 25 seconds back, as you see the leader in the pit lane, he is not out of this race by a long shot.
As Inman comes in as well. So this is the final stop for the pair of them. And as Becky takes the lead of the race, we'll see what both Taven and Inman will do. But I guarantee you they will be on both the softs. According to my notes, at least. Could be completely wrong.
Anyway, Beckham has now gone into the lead. Hideki into second place pretty much now as it goes through La Source.
Same with Nagati as well. He's in third now, so he's trying to recover as much as he can, but
yeah, the gap is sort of stabilising between himself and Hideki. It's normally knocking about 7.7 to 8.1.
Oh, as Julie just loses it out of La Source and nearly takes out both La Rascal and Nagati at the same time.
Well, I was just looking at Nagati too.
They were very lucky there. I think that's costing Nagati time because he had to get out of the throttle. So Taven's back on the softs again, so that's his 3 softs used.
Oh, but Inman has just come out here, so, and he's also on the soft. That'll be his last set.
As I predicted.
Yeah, that's his last set there. Good job there, Chili.
I can take notes.
I could learn a few things off you too.
So yeah, so it looks like so Taven and Inman now are flat out to the end of the race. It's going to be who makes the least mistakes as such. So Nagati's probably going to be coming in this lap or next lap, depending. Although he is catching Jerry Bear.
I think he will lose too much time through that, and then yeah, indeed he'll go by. I would assume Nagati to come in this time by, get the damage done, and then go on to the last set of soft tyres, and then just drive as hard out if he can catch up to Taven. But I mean, don't forget, I mean, he's got that 30 seconds thingy, and the gap you see there is 24 seconds, so he's going to lose out on a lot of time anyways.
So yeah, so Taven still has the net lead here, but we need to wait and see what happens with both Beckham and Hideki, because they've still got many laps of fuel left.
Lido GT3 in the pit, GT3, yeah, GR3, sorry, Robocopy in the pits. So yeah, Beckham's got roughly maybe 4 laps left. Nagati comes in, as I predicted. I thought he would come in, but yeah, Hideki's got probably like another 7, maybe 8 laps left in his tank.
He's got a lot of fuel there. He's done a fantastic job with his fuel. So we're just waiting to see what happens with all 3 of Nagati, Robo, and Jerry to see what tyres they come out on.
Do you think it'll be a wise choice then for Hideki to come in, because then he won't lose that much time behind Taven? As you can see there, the gap is 31 seconds. I mean, if he stays out a bit long, a few more laps longer, the gap will increase, wouldn't it?
It probably would increase in regards to... Well, I don't think it would increase actually, because Taven is on the soft, so he's really gaining time. But what Hideki's got here is that he can pit. He's still got another set of softs to use, so why not pit now? Use the softs up for the entirety of these last 30 minutes, which has been proven works. And you can gain a lot of time using, because he's got half a tank of fuel left. As Nagati comes out on his softs as well, so that's his final set.
Yeah, final set for Nagati. 29 seconds though, he's got to catch up on Inman. I don't think it's highly possible for Nagati to do that, I don't think.
You say that, but Inman's got front end damage. I don't know where he's just got that.
Oh, yes, he does. Yeah, the leader's come in, and he's got front left suspension damage. I don't think it was to do with lap traffic though, too, because there's no one behind him. So
I'm not entirely sure where he's picked up that damage, but that's going to affect Inman a lot as both Hideki and Beckham come in. So this is what I'm saying. They're going to come in for the soft.
Look at the differences though. 20% extra has Hideki over Beckham, as Inman's getting stuck behind Rasko at Stavolo too. So that's more time lost from Inman to Taven. We've got to keep an eye out here on Hideki here, because he's the one with the most fuel now.
So yeah, so Hideki could win this race, yeah. Taven's obviously overtaken him now.
Taven's just past the start finish line right now.
So yeah,
what's the damage? What is going to be the damage then? So Taven has just exited turn 1. He may come out second, you know, if Hideki possibly. Indeed, he does. Oh no, that's Beckham comes out. Beckham comes out ahead of Inman. What about Hideki? What's happened to Hideki? Why is he taking so long?
I'm not too sure. He's filled up all the way. I don't think he needed to do that. That's a mistake from Hideki there.
No, I don't think he needed to do that. I think maybe about roughly, 70%, and he would be good.
Like, he definitely didn't need that full tank of fuel, because the others don't need the full tank of fuel anyway. So with his fuel saving, he would have made the race easily on like 70%.
Yeah, because Beckham came into the pit lane, he had about 14%, whereas Hideki had 34%, and Beckham's come out, he's got roughly, I want to say maybe, 80% left of fuel. And yeah, Hideki came out with 95%, so if more than anything, Hideki's pretty much shot himself in the foot.
I'm not entirely sure what Hideki's done there, but it could play out well, though. I could be completely wrong.
So Beckham comes out nearly 8 seconds behind Taven, the race leader, and he comes out 3.5 seconds ahead of Inman, but Inman has got damage on that Toyota, sorry, the Porsche. I do apologise. In fact, Hideki is slowly catching up now. It's less than 12 seconds, and then you got Nagati over 12 seconds behind Hideki. Strange one there for Hideki to put so much fuel in when he really shouldn't have needed to. He would have been a lot more closer to Inman's Porsche at least.
Yeah, it's yeah, I'm not entirely sure, but again, at the end of this, we could see Inman completely running out of fuel, and then Hideki makes the chance. I don't know. It's very hard for me to predict what's going on right now.
It's out there in the open. If only Dan's was here or Rono, then they could help us out here. Anyway, looking at the battle for third in class in the GR3, Rasko and Latour at it again. Rasko does come out ahead of Latour after the pit stops, but Latour has got some Warner soft tyres than what Rasko has, although Rasko is still on the medium tyres, so Latour should be quicker than Rasko.
He should be. He's also got a lot less fuel, as you say, so it's going to be definitely an interesting one here. He probably could make a move into the bus stop if he wants to, as Larasco runs wide.
Yeah, he does run wide, and here comes Latour now. Here he comes. Go on, Latour. No bias here in the commentating booth. Oh my god, look how close that is! Side by side, nearly squeezes him off in the Blanchimont.
I mean, Latour going around the outside there was never going to work, but this is what I'm saying. He should have probably gone for the move in the bus stop, but he's too far back now after that small little side by side bit. So he's missed that opportunity, but maybe he could get him into La Source. He hasn't had a great run off the last corner, so
I think effectively his best place could be a Les Combes coming up here on this lap. If he can get a good run off at La Source, which he hugged the inside pretty well, but lost a bit of traction on the exit, and the Rascal's slowly pulling away. And now we're going in towards Eau Rouge to Radion. Let's see how close the Peugeot is to the back of that Volkswagen going into Kemmel. A lot of lift off the throttle there through Radion was Lat. More than anything,
yeah.
Rascal's pulling away.
I think that's definitely cost him. Just an update, Kobu's completely run out of fuel. So he's currently cruising around at 60 miles an hour.
And he is just approaching Stavolo, so Kobu just taking a nice leisurely drive. He's got no one in front of him, no one behind him. There's someone that got put up at Pouon, but I don't know if that's a LMP1 car or LMP2 there, but Kobu just enjoying the scenery, looking at the trees and that, and yeah, probably having the time of his life in there.
I think he's going to have the unenviable position of having a GR3 car unlap him.
Well, quite possibly. I mean, how far back is Robo?
Right now.
Oh, is he?
He's literally coming through right now.
And that's not for position, though, is it? Here he comes. There goes Robo. Hey, there you go. So a bit embarrassing there for Kobe. That was pretty much like Jean Alesi at the '97 Australian Grand Prix.
Unfortunately, while we were joking about that, Laterals managed to get past Rascal, yeah. And
he's actually setting the blue lap time, so he's on course to beat his personal best, which is a 2:18.667. So Lateral on a charge now, 7.8 seconds. I did notice the last time I was looking at Lateral, it was about 10 seconds. So, moment there. Oh, Jerry Bear's slow. Jerry Bear's had a moment. What? He's out of fuel. What's happened to him? Oh, he's got a lot of damage.
Kobu. He's hit Kobu. That's what's happened there. He's hit Kobu.
Wow. Yeah, he's got front end. He's got front right and engine damage. So now Lateral has gone into a net second place.
I think Kobu might be in trouble here then, because if Jerry's hit him while Kobu was going slowly, Kobu should have been out of the way.
I mean, I was looking at Kobu and I was looking at behind to see Robocopy by, and there was no sign of Jerry Bear. So I don't know if as you said there, Kobu was on the racing line and Jerry Bear had nowhere to go, or if Jerry Bear just got into the back of Kobu. I can't check it on the replay. It doesn't work here because stupid lobby thingy connection host is having different problems here. But yeah, massive moment there, and that is not what Jerry Bear needed after what happened in the first race. He didn't need that at all.
I think Jerry's going to be forcing that up the way as well, because if I was him, I'd be furious hitting a slow car on the racing line if that is what happened.
Well, I mean, only Jerry Bear can tell us what happened here, because I mean, we can't show up replays what actually happened here, so we're going to have to trust what Jerry Bear or what Kobu has to say after the race. But a disaster then for Jerry Bear. In fact, he's going to be under pressure from Lenz Joe's Ferrari right behind him going into Kemmel.
Just I can't see I can't tell what's happened there. But anyways, focusing on the LMP1 stuff.
Oh, Beckham's getting held up behind Lado.
Yeah,
oh, he's getting really held up.
Not the greatest of getting around. So that's given Taven a little bit more breathing space.
And he did set the fastest lap last race with Beckham, 1:57.499. So he'd have lost a little bit of momentum there, trying to get by in the Lateral at the Fagno Stavolo corners. So he's going to lose a little bit of time with that, losing to Taven.
Yeah, so he's still catching Taven though. To be fair to him, so I mean, he's got 90 minutes left, so if he continues, just plugging away, slowly catching him, he might be able to get him before the end of the race.
There could be a battle for third place sometime soon. Inman looks like he sort of missed the pit stop. I didn't know if he wanted to come into the pit, so he just ran extremely wide on the second half of the chicane there. But now Hideki's going to be all over the back of the Porsche of Inman going in towards La Source.
I think that's the damage not helping him, but we'll see what Hideki can do out of La Source, through Rouge and Radion.
They're going to be catching up on the battle for second in class TR3. That will be Larasco just ahead in the VW. Then it will be Lateral, but all eyes will be on Hideki Samays. He's all over the back of the Porsche. Goes free wide in the middle of between it, and look at this.
What a move!
JD B there, weaving left and right. It was like pretty much a pass from Mika Hakkinen on Schumacher at 2000.
They're literally using the lap traffic to help him through there. That was perfectly timed. See if I can get that on the replay myself, because I want to see that. Yeah, he just makes it through, and I don't know whether there was a bit of a nudge on Inman when Inman was on the left, but it seems relatively clean, and he's through, so fair play to Hideki there.
Yeah, so now up into a podium spot then for Hideki. He's got 19 seconds to catch up to the leader. Taven with 17 minutes left on the clock. And the gap now between Taven to Beckham is 5.1 seconds. We need to keep a close eye on that when we see that, because there could be a battle for the lead within about maybe 2, 3, 4 laps from now.
So yeah, so Beckham has caught a second this lap. So as I say, he's just gonna catch Taven at a certain point before the end of the race, and then he'll have that opportunity to win it.
Got 18 people watching this race there. Hope you're enjoying it as much as we are there. This has been an enthralling second race. We've got 10 likes here. Come on, give this video more thumbs up. Really appreciate that, and get some subscribers in. We've just passed the 300 mark. We would like to see a bit more. As there we can see they're just being lapped by another, that'll be Nagati again. Let's see how far back as Nagati is to Inman. Nearly 10 seconds away, as I just seen Rascal run right, hitting the Astro at Blanchimont. In fact, he's caught up to Lateral too.
So that's not going to help Rascal again, but he's got front end damage again as Lateral goes into
Lateral
the pits.
goes into the pits. So now he's done his 3 sets of softs. So he's got to go.
This will be his third set.
Well, I don't know.
According to my notes.
I think that was his third set. Because he had that front end damage, and then he had the 2 suspension damage, came out, and then he had a fresh set of softs.
Maybe he took it then. So.
Yeah, maybe he took that second stint then. So I'm guessing he may go to mediums, or he may stick with the softs, and then we'll see here. We'll check on that.
Lens Joe is catching up to Jerry, so he's doing an alright job there himself.
Let's just keep an eye out then. Let's see where Lateral is. Let's see if he comes out on softs or mediums. Putting an awful lot of fuel in the car then, is Lateral. Let's see what he can do. Does he go on the mediums? Yeah, he was on the mediums. Yeah,
I must have missed that soft stint then. So yeah, he's on the mediums. That's unfortunate for that. I thought he could go on the softs for the end of the race.
Yeah, I don't think that helped when he had that front suspension damage on there early in the race. I think that's what pretty much cost him a good finish there did Lateral. So shame to see that there. Meanwhile, the gap now, Taven to Beckham, 4.5 seconds, slowly coming down with 15 minutes to go.
It's not as fast as it initially was though. So maybe Taven has caught that and has gone right. I need to put my foot down and get some more pace out. So it'll be interesting to see whether he can keep Beckham at bay, but the gap is still coming down.
Slowly, methodically coming down, but they won't have a lot of lap traffic to contend with. The next car in line with Taven is just going in towards Rivage, so at least there'll be a little bit more time there for Taven. I wonder who that could be. I'm guessing that might be Lateral, actually. Yes, indeed it is. It will be Lateral. So he's just gone out the corner with no name. But
so they're actually all right for the next probably lap and a bit before they catch Lateral.
It's coming down to nearly less than 4 seconds. Beckham is flying. Nagati's setting the fastest lap now, 1:57.042. He's nearly into the 56s. That was like half a second quicker than what Rascal did when he drove in race 1.
It's half a second quicker than Beckham's time as well, so
Beckham's last lap was his best lap, 1:57.408, so nearly about 3 tenths off of Nagati's fastest lap time. But Nagati's getting closer to the back of Inman, who's still struggling in that Porsche. He still can't set a lap time below 2 minutes after he's had that damage done.
So it's going to be yeah, so both Nagati and Beckham are currently chasing down the guys in front. Hideki's, I think, confirmed 3rd place. I don't think he's going to get anything more or worse than that.
No.
So Hideki has 3rd, but it's very interesting to see what's going to happen with 4th and 1st for this race. See, Len's still catching up with Jerry, so there's still nose to tail with them two at the moment. Robo's 30 seconds in the lead for the GR3 group, so he's doing a very, very good job himself.
Shout out as well to Jerry Bear. I mean, even though he had that whatever that mistake would caused him to get a lot of damage there, must have been with Gobu. He's now back up into a podium spot, and he's actually set the fast lap of what he's done, a 2:18.561. So, you know, solid effort this from Jerry, considering what happened in the first race, barring that moment with Gobu in this race.
Yeah, he's done a good job. It's credit to him. He's continued going and can get to this position. So it would have been very easy for him to throw in the towel, but he's kept going. Oh, as we see, Nugati's right on Inman's tail.
Oh, he is. Yeah, I was just looking at the gap between Taven. Oh, and look at this. I think Inman's just pretty much just let Nugati by. He just moved over to the right on the exit of Malmedy and just says, here you go, you can take that position, I don't want to fight with you. So Nugati now up into 4th place, and I think Inman looks like he's going to have to be content to sit in 5th place. I don't think he's going to pit in and sort out with that damage there, so Inman's going to have to settle for 5th place. And Nugati, he's got 11 seconds to catch up to Hideki with 11 minutes to go. He's got to gain a second a lap here.
Inman definitely let him by there. I saw him indicate.
It was definitely, because they got off of Malmedy and Inman moved over, just didn't let Nugati go. So, you know, don't fight with a guy who's obviously clearly faster than you. So, I mean, that's smart racing there for Inman, but, you know, if he hadn't had that damage done, he could have been well up there. Anyways, I want to see the battle here for the lead as Beckham has just passed the lap. Jerry Bear and Lens Joes in the gap now 3.4 seconds and slowly coming down.
He could still make it. He's just got to keep plugging away, keep going, keep doing what you're doing, Beckham. You will get him before the end of this race.
I want to see what the tyre wear is looking like on all of them. I think Beckham has got a fresher set of softs than what Taven has. However, Taven has got more fuel than what Beckham has, and we've got nearly 10 minutes to go until the end of race 2, and the gap you can see there is visually starting to come down, although it's slowly going up.
I don't know whether Beckham has made a slight mistake somewhere, but he's still coming down. He's now within. He's now 3 seconds dead. It's within the 2 seconds now.
He can see him in the distance. He'll see that little speck there ahead. That would be the leader, Taven, as they're going in towards Pouhon. And the gap is still coming down now. 2.8 seconds. He is really catching up on the leader, Taven, as we go back on board with Beckham through the final chicane. Less than 10 minutes to go.
So Nugati has caught Hideki by 3 seconds at the moment. I don't know how he's driving that fast, but he somehow might get 3rd place yet, even after everything that's happened during this race for him.
And the problem is Hideki, he's going to be facing Lensjo and Jerry Bell, who are having their own personal battle for 3rd in class. So Hideki's got some lap traffic to contend with. Nugati will have to do it the next time by. It's just a case where Hideki will
run wide.
Yeah, Jerry has just run wide. We are on board with Hideki, and that will allow Lensjo to come out, but don't let Jerry Bell come out right in front of Hideki. Where's he going to go? Weaving his way through the field.
Whoa, that was way too close. That again, Hideki being able to just do that. I don't know whether that is guts or stupidity, but that was you know.
I tell you what,
a hell of a move.
I hope you've seen it from the YouTube there, because I had it on board with a Hideki, and they just made him like a fast moving chicane passing Jerry Bear and Lensjo.
Oh, it was brilliant. I definitely just saw it on the replay, and that was crazy from Hideki. I can't believe he just pulled that off.
Beckham is setting a purple time in Sector 1.
The gap is still coming down.
It's slowly coming down now. 8 minutes to go. Will we see a last lap pass? What happened in Brazil? Don't want to remind you that there, Chile.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks a lot for that one. I mean, I did my best defending it, and I'm sure that Taven will do as well. It's just, who knows what happens with the tyres and the runs out of each corners. It could affect it.
This must be a very nervy time for Taven to know that, you know, that Beckham is coming him down. It must be like a nervy sense of feeling that, you know, you're trying your best out there, but the guy behind you is faster than you, and there's nothing that you can do.
There's at this point you don't look at the gap. You ignore what's going on. You focus on your own driving, and that's it. If he catches you, he catches you, but let him do that. You need to not make any mistakes here and not give yourself the pressure of seeing him catch as fast as he is. And even so, as we say that, Taven has got a little extra tenth on him there, so Beckham has lost some time through that final sector.
Beckham had to get by some lap traffic there, just past Larasco, second in class in GT3. So, and again, now you can see the gap less than 2.5 seconds, 7 minutes to go. There must be about another 3 or so laps in this race. So Beckham, he's got to put the pedal to the metal and go for it.
He's going to have, I think he's going to, yes, he's going to have 4 laps remaining, I think. So we might just reach 45 laps here. But according to what he's been catching throughout this race, he will get onto the back of Taven within 2 laps. He's fastest again.
Is he purple in sector 1? Is he purple in sector 1?
By 3 tenths, he's quicker in sector 1.
Taven just set his personal best that last lap at 157.639. However, Beckham did a 157.527. So Beckham was still a tenth quicker than Taven, even though it was his best lap.
It's going to be incredibly close. Yeah, Beckham's going to have 2 laps to make the pass if he can catch Taven. That is. Because these LMP1 cars do not like the dirty air. He's going to struggle massively through the middle sector, Beckham is.
Just trying to check to see who are the next cars that are in line now. As I'm just seeing a battle going on for third in the class there. Jerry Bear trying to go back on the inside of Lenz. Jones going into Les Combes, BMW versus Ferrari, and BMW goes ahead.
So that was a good move from Jerry there. He's I think it was very clean and again good space given. So that's very important again because of Jerry's first race. So Lenzshow hasn't had the greatest second race, to be fair to him, but I think he's still going to get that 3rd place overall because Jerry had such a poor finish.
Looking at here. Sorry, that was just about to say, we ain't talked a lot about Robocopy, but he's just had a quiet drive leading this race now. Over 31 seconds he has over Larasco. And, for Robocopy in the Audi, that's a solid drive, that is.
Yeah, to be fair to it, it's one of those things. It's like because again he's had nothing to do. Having said that was remarkably close.
That was very close.
But because he hasn't had much to do, there's not really much to talk about. It's fair play, but it's been a very, very quiet race. He needs to make sure that. So Beckham's going to lose some time here.
He's going to lose a bit of time.
At the right time.
Yeah.
That might have just won Taven this race. That bit. He's lost half a second behind Robo Beckham has.
It's gone up to 3 seconds now. Yeah.
I don't know whether he's going to make it.
Just checking on the last lap comparison. Beckham did a 1 minute 57.483. Taven did a 1:57.369, and he's still getting quicker.
So Taven has managed to find some time compared to Beckham.
He's found somewhere. He's found something.
So maybe that was just Taven, managing his pace, making sure he didn't make any mistake, and now he can push.
And the gap's going up now with 3 minutes, well, just less than 4 minutes, well, past 4 minutes to go.
So we're going to have 2 more laps, and I don't think Beckham's going to catch him now.
I don't think so too, unfortunately. What could have been a grandstand finish there, and I think Taven he's put the magnets on and he's starting to pull away from Beckham, stretching his legs out, if you will.
So it's fair play from Taven. He's responded to the pressure, and he's done a very, very good job, although he has just lost some time there in the bus stop. I think that's where Taven loses most of his time. He struggles through the bus stop chicane compared to Beckham.
Still looking at the battle then for third in class between Jerry Baird and that blue BMW to Lenz Jones and that black Ferrari. I want to see how far back is Lateral, only 14 seconds back, but yeah, Lateral is what lap times is he doing? It's fairly up and down. 219, 221, 220, 221, 215. That must have been when he made that pit stop. And
Yeah, I mean,
Jules is still where? How long back is there, Jules?
Jules has now retired. He's been sitting in the pit lane for the past 20 minutes or so. I didn't feel like I needed to mention it.
All right, okay, I didn't even know that. Okay, so we've got 11 cars out on the track. The gap now 2.5 seconds, slowly coming down again, but it goes up. Taven's got some traffic ahead, I think, going into Pouhon, who is that might be Inman.
Beckham's run wide. He might get a penalty for that. I think he has got a penalty for it.
He's got a penalty. Oh well, that's the end of the race there. That is the end of the race there. Beckham, as much as he was trying his hardest to catch up to Taven, he's just cost a moment there, and that is basically handed the win over to Taven, who was actually trying to pass Kobu, it would seem. But what can Kobu do? He's not going to move out of the way. Oh, nearly lost it right in front of Taven then. That could have been disaster.
That could have been awful for Taven there. That could have completely changed it again. But I think unfortunately that penalty is all she wrote for this race.
Yeah, I think that's game over then. So Beckham's going to have to contempt sitting in second place. However, there is another lap car ahead. They're just going through the last horse hairpin, but I don't think that's going to be that much of an issue for Taven, who will start the last lap of this race.
I've just noticed that Inman's got engine damage. I think he's had a moment somewhere. I'm not entirely sure, but I don't think he's hit one of the slower cars because no one else has got damage. So I think he's hit the wall somewhere.
That must have been the last lap. They're looking at the lap time, 2:22.156. He was only setting 20 seconds slower than the previous last lap. He's moving left and right here. He's got enough fuel to go to the end though.
Yeah, I think Beckham's gonna struggle here. I don't know whether he's gonna make it.
I think he'll make it. I think he should be alright.
I mean, Taven's done this now. As Kobu blocks Beckham entirely out of that corner.
"20 seconds to go then."
I think this is it, unfortunately, unless there's any other mistakes. I think the closest battle on track is going to be Jerry Bear and Lensjo, seeing them coming out of the out of Stavelot now. So this is for third in class. They won't make the next lap. So this is it. If Lensjo wants anything, he needs to go for a move into the bus stop.
I mean, the one thing the Ferrari does have is straight line speed, and you'll see that gap just disintegrate now from Jerry Bear. You can see it, 7.2, 7.0, 6.8, 6.3. It's slowly coming down. Will it be a do or die attempt for Lensjo as they're going in towards the bus stop chicane? The chicane then for the last time. I think he's too far back, isn't he? Indeed he is.
He's definitely too far back.
So Jerry Bear will finish in third place. Could have been second though if there wasn't that incident with Kobu. So Jerry Bear will get third in class, flashes the lights. Lensjo's will get fourth.
Lateral's going to come across in fifth in class.
Oh, Taven has just crossed the line. Yeah, I forgot about Taven. Taven wins then. Beckham comes across the line in second and out of fuel too.
So now we wait and see.
We're waiting to see Lateral
just coming across.
Lateral just coming across along, probably side by side with his former co-commentator, Kobu.
And then it's
Hideki. Yeah. So podium finish for Hideki, and then a hard charging Nagati, who was really catching Hideki.
Yeah.
It was less than 8 seconds.
He's out of fuel again.
He's out of fuel too, so he underfueled a little bit. And now we just wait for Robocopy, the winner of the GT3 cars. And solid drive that is from Robocopy. He'll be really chuffed with that.
Oh, I thought he was going to hit the grass there.
I thought so too there. That looked it like he was. I think he's out of fuel and all. No, he's just getting on with it. Flashes the lights. He will win the GR3 cars. And then here comes Rascal. He's just cruising. Oh, well, he would already known that he got second because Jerry Bear and Lens just crossed the line.
I don't think Larascal thought he was going to make this lap, to be honest.
Message in there from Kobu says, "Don't know what happened. I kind of zoned out when Jerry Bear collided with me when I was out of fuel. Oh, definitely my fault for basically falling asleep at the wheel." So
I'm sure that's going to be looked at.
Yeah, so I mean, Kobu at least he owned up to it anyway. So Larascal comes across the line. He's out of fuel actually. And there he goes. So that has been the double header, the ARC endurance race. I think we'll get the official results up in a minute here once we get into the lobby.
I think the problem is that Jules is still in the pit lane, so it's going to have to wait for timeout before we see the results.
Yeah. We had 22 people watching there at the end of the race. Yeah, that was probably at its peak.
Yeah. All you wanted to see was the glory.
All you wanted to see was the finish, not the whole 90 minutes.
But yeah, that was a great race actually. To be fair, unfortunately Beckham obviously made his mistake, and that cost him the chance of going for the victory. But fair play to Taven, you know.
Oh yeah.
Again, it's his event and whatnot, but he's done such a good job for being able to win it like that. So, you know, hats off to him, and hats off to Robo as well for winning this second part of the race in his class too.
So there we go, confirmation of the results. Taven wins, and the winning gap was just less than 6 seconds. Hideki Sama 25 seconds back, and then Nagati in 4th. Inman, who had that lot of damage there late on in the race, he will finish in 5th. And then Kobu finished 2 laps behind Inman in 6th. Well, it might have been 1, I'm not too sure, because I don't know if Inman completed another lap or if Kobu finished that, I don't know. Anyway, Robocopy won the GR3 cars. He's 7th overall. Then Larasco, Jerry Bear finishes on the podium, Lens Jules, and then Lateral, and then unfortunately Jules Maximus retired in the race. So then, ladies and gentlemen, that has been a little bit of a struggle, but we managed to get there. The double-header Spa endurance race brought to you by the Adrenaline Racing community. I have been my Savaloy.
I've been Chili.
And also just wanted to say good luck for your race next week, Chili, and hope you try and gain some points back on Nagati, make it interesting going into towards the final round at Catalonia.
Yeah, I'll look forward to it, so I'll do my best anyways.
So then that's thank you to people that are watching this. That has been the double header endurance race, and stay tuned because next week we're going to have the penultimate round at this track, and like I said, we'll see Chili racing in it, we'll see Nagati racing in it, and see how that develops for next week. So until then, see you later.